What's up, Rockstars? Ben Lai here, Rockstar Fitness. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the RSF Strength and Conditioning Facility. Today's video is for you ladies. What we're looking at is exercises that you can do to tone up the problem area, which happens to be down here, down the back of the arm. Now, what we're looking to do is get a little bit more tone, a little bit more definition. I have a whole heap of my athletes come in and they say to me, Ben, I really want to tone up the back of my arms, but I don't want to get bigger arms. Look, it's just not going to happen. Unless you somehow manage to significantly increase your calorie input to match your work output, which means that you're doing heavy weights every single day, for years and years and years, and you somehow also manage to mix up or increase your hormone levels, it's just not going to happen. Getting in 2 days a week, 3 days a week and doing some tone work will do a great amount of tone and definition and strengthening and density work on the muscle, but it's not going to enlarge them. You're not going to end up with huge arms. So what we're looking at today is my favorite exercises to develop a little bit more tone, a little bit more definition down the back of the arm. Stay tuned, let's do this. All right, so the first exercise that we're looking at today is the humble bench dip. Basically, you can't go past this. Simplicity is best. I love this exercise. I use it myself when I'm trying to warm up my arms or as a great way to end my arm workouts. What you're going to use is either a box or a bench or a park bench or a wall or basically anything you can get your hands on. And you're going to place those hands about a thumb width outside your hips. Now what we're going to do is walk your feet out off the bench and you're going to support yourself on your hands. Plant your feet, knees nice and bent, and all I'm going to do is lower myself down, keeping my back close to the board. Now, I only want to go to about 90 degrees in my elbow. Any further than that, I start to pronate the shoulder, which means it rolls forwards. From there, I'm just going to press myself up and lock out my arms at the top. Come down slow, press up. Now, if you happen to have elbows that hyperextend, meaning they go overlock, they go past 180 degrees, then I want you to keep a soft elbow at the top. So you want to go down, come up, soft elbows. Squeeze the back of the arm, come back down again, and press back up again. Now, if you wanted to make this more difficult, all you have to do is either extend your legs out straight and then do the movement, or place your feet up on a box and do the movement. Now, you want to look at a pretty high rep range here. Anywhere from 15 to 25 reps. Basically, think of it as, I like to start counting reps from when it becomes uncomfortable. That's how I know I'm getting a nice burnout in the back of the arms. So let's say 3 sets of 15 to 25 reps to start you off. Let's do it. All right, Rockstars, now we're into my next pick for toning up the back of the arm. What we're going to use for this exercise is a couple of light dumbbells. All right, what we're going to be performing is a tricep kickback. I love this exercise. I think that it really does target the first 2 heads in the back of the tricep and the back of the arm. And I find that it gets right in deep so you can feel the muscle group as you're doing it. So, light dumbbells. All I'm going to do is I'm going to hinge over at my hip. That means I'm going to bend over, keeping my back nice and flat. Once I'm in this position, I'm going to bring my elbows up and I'm going to lock them into the side of my rib cage. Now I want to pretend there's a metal bar that goes from this elbow through my body into the other elbow, so my elbow doesn't move around too much. Once I'm in this position, I'm going to kick my arms back, extend them back, bring them back down nice and slow. Kick back, extend, bring them down nice and slow. Now I want to make sure there's as little as swing down the bottom as possible, because if I start speeding it up and just swinging my arms, what happens is my tricep doesn't really do that much work. It's all momentum based. All I want to do is stay as tight as I can, lock out, come back down again. Really tight. Now again, I want to look for a rep range of 15 to 20. If you can get 25 reps out, do that for 3 sets. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, now we're into my next exercise. All we're going to be doing now is using a single dumbbell. It doesn't have to be too heavy, just anything that you can manage to keep above your head quite comfortably. What we're going to be doing now is a single overhead tricep press. All that means is I'm going to take the dumbbell up above my head. With my opposite hand, I like to wrap mine across my body. I just feel like I have more support that way. But if you don't like it there, obviously just keep it free. Now I want to keep my bicep close to my ear. And all I'm going to do is lower the dumbbell down behind my head. Once I get to that full closed contraction, I'm then going to extend up to a full lockout. Again, keeping that bicep close to my ear. Down slow and lock out. We're working each arm separate to each other. So you want to look at anywhere between 15 to 20 reps per arm, all right? Really slow, really controlled, all right? Obviously, when it starts to get a little bit fatigued, you might shake, you're like, oh, I can't get it back up again. Just bend that elbow and relax. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, so now we're into the next exercise. You cannot go past the humble push-up. Fantastic exercise. There is heaps and heaps and heaps of different ways that you can do a push-up. For this push-up, what we're looking to do is keep our hands basically about a thumb width outside our shoulders. Now, once you're in that position, I want you to start off with those shoulders over the top of the fingers. And that's where we're going to try and keep our shoulders the entire way through. So I'm going to set myself up, thumb width outside my shoulders. I'm going to keep my shoulders over the top of my fingers. Now, as I lower myself down, I'm going to bring my elbows into the side of my rib cage before pressing back up again. So elbows down and back into the side of my rib cage and press out again. What I'm trying to avoid is going into this position. All right, I don't want to put a lot of stress on my front delts or on my chest. I basically want to keep it all around the back of my arm just here. So again, thumb width outside my shoulders, shoulders over the top of my fingers, lead forwards and bring those elbows down and back. Now, if you need to do these on your knees, then do them on your knees, but keep your hip up. Don't lead with the hip first. Hip up, shoulders down, and press out to the back of the arm. Now again, we're looking at anywhere between 15 and 25 reps, 3 sets. All right, let's do it. Well, there you have it. Those are my top tips for getting a little bit more definition and a little bit more tone in the back of the arms. Now, if you liked today's video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. New videos coming every single week. Hope to see you again soon.